guys? I'm here with a new video. If you guys are new to this channel, my name is Cole Jesperson and I'm currently applying to dental schools. I've kind of gone through my path a little bit, but mostly just tips on how to make your application super strong and also how to go about the application process. If you're interested in seeing my path to dental school and what the application process is like from starting the application all the way through secondaries and interviews and then finally being accepted to dental school, go ahead and please subscribe to my channel so you can get updates of when I upload these new videos. Also, pushing a little like on this video would help too. So let's go ahead and just get into it. Today we're going to talk about letters of recommendation, what those are, why they're important, and how to go about getting them from different people. So what a letter of recommendation is it's a letter from either like a professor or an employer or a dentist you've been working with that write about your characteristics and why you would be a good dentist. And they send these to the dental schools so that dental schools can see if everything that you've said about yourself, like in your personal statement, adds up to what they've seen in their lives when they have communicated and gotten together with you and seen you work. So I'm going to talk to you guys about general tips with the letters of recommendation, and then from there I'm going to show you my path of it, what I did in establishing relationships with different people, how I went about asking them if they would feel comfortable giving me a letter of recommendation, and then how I uploaded it to the application website. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, you're not just going to need one letter of recommendation, you're going to need various. So in general, I feel that if you have 2 letters from science professors, 1 letter from a dentist that you've worked with, and then 1 other letter from, it could be an employer or somebody you volunteered with, but another letter there, you're pretty much going to fill all the requirements from every single school in the US. Of course, there are a few schools that are outliers. For example, I think Harvard, they want you to have 3 letters from different faculty members that you've worked with. So you really do have to look at each school and see what they want you to submit. But in general, if you do 2 from science professors, if you do 1 from a dentist, and then 1 other like an employer, you're gonna cover the requirements for all these schools. So from there, when I'm talking about whether it's a professor or a dentist or an employer, these tips go for all of them because you're gonna be building relationships with all of them. So when you ask for a letter of recommendation, make sure it's from a professor that taught a class that you got a good grade in. Why would you ask a professor when you didn't get a good grade in their class? They can't talk anything about your work habits, how you did good in the class, because you just didn't do good. Like, what would they end up talking about? They could probably talk about who you are as a person, but chances are you probably need them to talk about the academic side of things too. With that being said, build relationships with each one of these people. Whether that's meeting with them in their office hours whenever you can, or volunteering to help them throughout the semester with certain things because professors are always busy, you can establish relationships with them so they can see who you are as a student and who you are as a person. So again, although they're primarily going to talk about your academics in their letter because they're your professor, you would also like them to talk about who you are as a person. That just adds an extra boost to your letter of recommendation, showing that they really know who you are and that they can testify that you're a good student and that you're a good person. The next tip that really helped me is don't talk to them when the semester's over. Talk to them when the semester starts. Meet with them and let them know exactly what you have plans for during that semester. Ask them at that time that if you perform well throughout the semester, if they would feel comfortable writing you a letter of recommendation at the very end. If you talk to them at the beginning of the semester, they'll know who you are right off the bat and they'll be able to see you in your progression throughout the semester. And the same goes with the letter of the dentist and the letter from the person that you were employed by or person that you volunteered with. If you establish that relationship and they know from the beginning that you're going to ask them for a letter, it will help them be able to pay more attention to you and know what they need to look for in order to write a good letter in the very end. So now comes the time that you'll actually submit those letters. What I did is about a month or 2 before submissions actually started, I contacted those people again and asked them if they still felt comfortable writing me a strong letter of recommendation. Because everything was online with COVID, it honestly made it pretty tough just because I couldn't establish relationships with them in person, rather it was more online, but I was still able to do it. So because it was online, I had to send them emails, and it kind of benefits you guys because I can show you guys exactly what I wrote to them, what I included in the email, and how it was structured. So let's go take a look at that. So this is the email that I constructed that I'll show you guys and put up here on the screen. So it says, Dr. Blank, I hope this email finds you well. We previously discussed the possibility that I could receive a letter of recommendation from you for dental school. The time has finally come. I wanted to send you my updated information. This document contains my resume, extracurricular activities, personal statement, and transcript. I hope that these can assist you in writing the letter of recommendation. Application submissions are due blank, so I was hoping to have everything submitted by blank. Do you feel that you would be able to submit it by then? If you feel it would help in writing the letter, I would love to meet with you. I know the university still prefers we social distance, so please let me know if you are open to meeting on Zoom. I know you are familiar with writing letters for students, but below I will attach a few reminders to help you. If this sounds like something you can do, I can go ahead and send you the link where you can upload the letter when you're ready. Thank you, and then my name. So after that, I have a file which includes all of my stuff. It's my resume, a picture of me, my extracurricular activities, whether it was volunteering, shadowing doctors, my goal as a dentist, things I've done to improve my manual dexterity. Basically everything on my application I send to them so they can see all the things that I've done. I include my personal statement so they can read through that, and I also include my transcript so they can see how I perform academically. Then at the bottom I give them general guidelines of the letters of recommendation, and chances are they know how to write it because their professors and many students ask them for this, but just to refresh their mind I just included it in the email. So I added it's 1 page or less. The letter should be addressed to Dear Admissions Committee because it's going to multiple schools. The letter must include the letter writer's signature, can't forget that signature, and the letterhead. Then, the letter should simply reflect the personal characteristics and positive qualities that will make you a great dentist and healthcare provider. Then from there, I just put a few qualities I feel I exhibit well at the bottom, and if they have seen any of that while I worked in their class, if they could please talk about that. So that's a nice way to be able to help your professors kind of get that kickstart in writing your letter of recommendation. If you just say, hey, can you write me a letter, and then don't really give them anything, it's gonna be hard. So if you give them all this information, you really help them a ton to be able to write this letter. So from there, I'll show you, you go to AASDAS and you create the letter of recommendation link. So from there, you need to give them the link to upload it to AASDAS. You're gonna click on supporting information, then evaluations, and then it's gonna give you an opportunity or the chance to create an evaluation request. So you click that, you fill it in. If it's a committee letter, you press yes. If no, don't. And you put no, first name, dentist, and then last name 1, their email at gmail.com, due date, I think they can just be anything. I just clicked a random one. And then a personal letter, a personal message to your evaluator if you want. I'm just not gonna put anything right now. Then you're going to waive your right to access the evaluation, which you're always gonna do. Never press no, because that means that you can see the letter before they upload it. So if you press yes, it makes it so the schools know that you didn't tamper or touch this letter at all, and that you didn't even see it. And from there, you're gonna give permission to contact the reference, and then permissions for schools to also contact that reference. Make sure to do those so schools can reach out to your letter writers if they really need to. Then you go ahead and save it, and then it'll send it to the email of the person that's writing your letter, and then from there they can upload it to your application. So that's pretty much all there is to it. It's not super hard. You just need to make sure that you plan ahead and you don't wait till the very end to talk to these people. Make sure that you can establish a relationship with them and then give them all the information to help them write the letter. I hope this helped you. If you have questions, please comment below. I just barely finished getting all my letters of recommendation uploaded, so I know exactly what to do and how to help you guys. Again, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos that I'm going to upload soon. See ya!